Hi, this is Jean-Charles Compagnon with the KiOui app. Today I'm going to show you how to register for a VAT account with England, with His Majesty Revenue and Custom, so that you can sell on Amazon and on Amazon.uk and import your item to the UK. We're based in the US, so this is going to be very interesting for US sellers that are trying to get into Amazon.uk. So the first thing you do is you go to His Majesty Revenue and Custom, hmrc.gov.uk, and we're going to click here to register as a new user. We're going to go down and we're going to register your business for HMRC taxes. We're going to go down here and we're going to say that we want to tell His Majesty that I am a business and I want to register for a new tax ID. So I'm going to click next, and this is what we're going to want to do. We're going to want to register for a VAT number here. So let's see, click next. It's telling us a whole bunch of things, and you can read all of that if you want. It's basically telling you when you're going to want to register, if you have distance sales, and in this case this is us. So let's click next, and we're going to come back here and create an account for me. You need to have an account with His Majesty. So we're going to call it test KiOui. That's going to be our full name. And my email address at kioi-apps.com. Obviously you put your email address in it. Next, and I'm going to select a password. I'm not telling you what it is. You'll have to create your own. And please confirm that I have read the terms. Okay, so my password is not valid. Let's put one that's going to be valid. Next. There you go. So our user ID is going to be this. Now this is very, very, very important that you take a screenshot or that you record this or that you save it somewhere. His Majesty is not going to give you this number again. If you forget it, you are totally screwed. So let's write it down. In this case, 586958259298. And this is just my number, so don't use this number. I will actually delete it later, so it shouldn't work. But this is to show you the process. So we're going to click next, and His Majesty is telling you right here that you really need to write this down, which we have done. So we're going to click next. Now we are here because we want to request a VAT number. So this is the reason why we're here. So we clicked it. We press next. Now, if you are in the US and you're sole proprietor, you're going to want to click this. If you are an LLC in the US or a corporation or anything else, you might want to create to check this one. For most of you, even though you're an LLC, you're still filing your taxes as a sole proprietor. So we're going to click that. Now here it's asking us why you want a VAT number. They don't want to give VAT number, you know, if there's no reason to give it to you. So taking over a VAT registered business, that's obviously not us. Changing the legal name, that is not us. Making our intent to make taxable supplies, that might be us. Establishing or as a fixed establishment in the UK, and make our intent to make taxable supply only outside the UK. Want to apply for exemption. So in this case, we are going to go with making or intent to make taxable supplies. We're going to click next, and it's telling us that we will need all kind of information that we will need to supply to get a VAT number. So we click next, and we come to this dashboard, which is basically a little recap of what we've done and what needs to be done. If there's an X cross, you'll get a little error. So this is kind of like your dashboard of where you are at. So we're going to click next here, and we're going to fill up all of this information. Have you ever changed your name? No. What is my birth date? Obviously this is not January 1st, 1950, but I'm just going to put that for the heck of it. Please note here that this is in Europe, so you put the day first and the month after it, not the month and the day. You're going to have to get used to that a little bit. National insurance number. If you do not have one, you just say, I do not have one. So since you do not have one, it's going to ask you what is your EIN number in the US. So let's see, my EIN number, let's see, 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3, there. It actually does not want the dash in there. There you go. And this is from the United States. So this is a tax ID from the United States. And I do not have a self-assessment unique tax ID. I click next, and as you have provided a tax information number, HMRC will need evidence of this. They will ask you to upload all kind of information: passport, photo driver, national ID, maybe a work permit, birth certificate. They will ask you all of that. So let's click next. And they want your address, your house number. You're not in the UK, so you're going to want to click first here, this non-UK address. And we're going to put our address here, 64 Richfield, Minnesota 55423. This is our address. There you go. Next. Okay, and have you lived here at this address for less than 3 years? No. Click next. Now it's asking you for an email address, so we're going to put back our email address in there, my phone number, and we click next. Now this is all of the information that we have here. Seems to be good, and we click next. Trading name of the business if applicable. So if you're doing business, like in my case, my company is called KiOui LLC. You can enter this here. If you do not have, this is not required. So if you're not sure, you can just leave it blank. So we click next, and now it's asking us, is the principal place of business address the same? Yes, in my case. If you say no, we'll ask you for another address. Do you have an establishment in the UK? No. Are you registered for VAT in the country? Are you registered for VAT in the country shown above? No, we're not currently registered. So now it's asking us who is asking for this VAT number. So in this case, we're not using an agent, we're just using ourselves. So this is the business. We are the business. We click next. The phone number, so they want our phone number here. So 763. This is my phone number. Website address. You do not have to enter it, so if you do not have one, do not enter it. I would recommend putting your phone number here. You might have to put the 1 in front so that they know that you're in the US, just if they have questions. Let's click next, and now we have our business that's all ready. So we click next. Next question, registering, reason for registering your business established outside the UK. At the end of any month, so before December 1st, business established outside the UK followed the national registration, blah, 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 blah. Basically, the law changed in December 1st, 2012. So they want to know if you were registered or selling before. So at the end of any month before January 1st, 2012, did the value of the taxable turnover go over the VAT registration threshold? No, because we weren't selling in 2012. At any time during December 2012, did the business expect that we would go over the threshold? No. Importance. If the business did not expect the value of taxable threshold at any time on or after December 12, has the business ever made taxable supply in the UK or plans to make taxable supply in the UK in the next 30 days? Yes, we plan on starting to sell in the UK. Now, that doesn't mean you will have to, but we plan to. What is the date that you will plan on starting doing that? And this date here is important because that's how His Majesty is going to come back to you and ask you to pay your taxes. So if you know that you're not going to start actually importing, at the time of this video, it's November 6, 2014. So if you know that you're not going to start importing until the 1st of January, remember, day first, month after, of 2015, put this date here. His Majesty is not going to bug you until that date, or is not going to expect you to file taxes until that date. So it's important that you put this date as accurately as possible. So we click next. And from what date do you want the business to be registered? So same thing. We're going to start doing it in 2015 because we know that it takes actually some time to get our stuff imported, and also we're not going to expect to be filing tax until January 1st, 2015. Click next. Describe the activity. So we will do online sales. Click next. Okay, so it didn't find our classification with the UK standards, so we're going to have to search for it. So let's see, if we search for sales, electric sales, internet retail sales. So let's see, internet retail sales. So let's search for internet retail. There, add activity. So this is going to be our activity. His Majesty's government wants to know when some type of business are going to be doing business, because they know that you're going to be doing internet retail sale. They're going to expect to get some VAT return from you. So that's why they want to know which activity you're doing. So in our case, this is internet retail sales. Landed property, no, we do not have business involving selling lands or property. So we're just going to click next. The business activity description that will appear on your VAT certificate is retail sale via mail, order, house, or via the internet, which is us. That's good. Click next. Are there any other business involvement? No, not in this case. If you have some, this is out of the scope of this video. The total value of taxable turnover. So the taxable turnover is what they expect you to be making or the amount that would be taxable over the next 12 months. So if you expect to be making £100,000, which is about $150,000–$160,000 of sales over the next 12 months, then you put that here. The UK or the VAT system also has some zero rated taxes. It's kind of like in the US sometimes in some of our states you do not pay tax on sales tax on clothes, or some other states have no tax on food. So this is the amount that you expect to do. In this case we're going to put 0 because we don't expect to sell anything in the UK through Amazons that will be not taxable. And again, this is just what you expect it to be. Do you expect that the VAT on purchase will regularly exceed the VAT on supply? In this case, i.e. the business would claim VAT repayment on most VAT returns. This is if you would sell something at a loss. So we're going to say no, we don't sell anything at a loss. Does the business buy or sell goods, service from the European states? So unless you're importing your stuff directly from the EU, like if you buy stuff in France and importing it into Amazon, you would say yes. But in our case, most of our stuff is going to be coming from the US that we're going to ship there, so we're just going to say no. Is your business involved in importing and export of goods from outside countries? Yes, this is what we do. Do you want to apply for an economic operating registration number and identification number, the EORI number? Yes, you will need this number when you import things into the UK. So this is very important that you put yes here. You will apply for this number and you will apply for the VAT at the same time. Click Next. And here it's asking you if you want to apply for which kind of scheme you want for your business. Now, the scheme that you use depends on which kind of turnover or which kind of tax you think you're going to be paying. So in this case, for the flat rate scheme, it's expecting that your taxable turnover will be $150,000 or less, excluding the VAT. So this is your gross sale. So if you think that you're going to be making less, then that's what you would select. There are certain conditions here to be eligible for these. So you would have to read this, figure out which one you're going to be using. Now the easiest thing that you can do is, rather than figuring all of that, is go to the business does not want to apply for any schemes at this time. So we're going to do that. We're going to click Next. Now to pay your VAT, it's asking you for an account number so that you can pay your VAT directly. So here you can select different ways of paying it. For instance, of being set up. So our bank account is not currently set up, so we're going to select that, and that's why we're not going to fill up this information here. And we're just going to click Next. Now it's asking us how often do we want to pay our taxes. So it's like income taxes in the US when you're self-employed. It's pretty much every 3 months. But you can select when it starts, January, February, or March. So depending on your schedule, you would want to select this, or just click No Preference, and they'll decide for you. So we click Next. We got a recap of everything that we've done here. And we click Next again. Now we get back to our dashboard here, and you can see that now all of the tasks that we've done are being done. Now at this point, it's going to ask you for evidence of your identity. So I'm going to click Next here. I'm not going to go too much into detail because you will have to provide those evidence, and you will have to read. Well, one of those evidence is the passport. So an easy one is to just take a picture of your passport. Birth certificate, lease. Basically, they want to verify your identity. Then we're going to click next once you've posted those, and it's telling me that I really should be doing it, but I'm not going to be doing it because this part you will have to do on your own to provide those evidence. So I'm going to go back to the registration summary, and this will basically end this video, as this is most of what you will have to do to register the VAT. When you're done with this, you can click here on VAT registration, and you can see your process a little bit, see if you want to change, the scheme detail or things like that. But basically, once you will have finished this process, you will receive an email, and they will tell you that you have to wait 2 weeks for them to create your VAT number and contact you. So there, I hope that this video, and then after that you will have your VAT number and your or EORI number. So I hope that this video is going to help a lot of you that were wondering how to get a VAT number to sell on Amazon.uk, and hopefully this is going to help a lot of you. So there you are. This is Jean Charles Compagnon with the KiOui app. Please register to our YouTube channel, and if you want to try any of the KiOui app, go for it. Thank you.